Thank you all for staying to see me. I'm not going to challenge anyone to a fight or talk about where I came out of a woman's body. I just want to thank everyone for being here. I want to thank Zazie and David for their work with me and their kind words. And I want to thank the Austin Film Society for all of their work over 40 years. Thanks, Texas. My wife, Kyle, is a seventh-generation Texan on both sides of her family. I'm still learning. But one way I know that it's working is now I get annoyed when people say, well, at least Austin's not like the rest of Texas. So I don't want to brag, but since you've just inducted me into the Hall of Fame, I'm going to. In the last 17 years, I've created and run 5 television shows, I've published 6 novels, and wrote and directed 2 feature films, almost. But that's not what I want to brag about. What I want to brag about is how. So, because this is a conversation about power. See, showrunner and film director are fancy words for boss. As a commercial artist, someone who makes art for sale, employing writers, producers, directors, and hardworking crews to do it, I'm the artist as boss. And for me, how I make the art, the workplace environment I create, and the way that I manage the corporations and financiers I work with, this is all part of the art. And there's a myth in the film business of the visionary filmmaker who accepts no compromise. The filmmaker who believes that art isn't art unless you suffer to make it. And so they glower and they yell and they push their crews into the wilderness for 2 hours and then say they're not going to shoot because the mise en place is wrong. You know who I'm talking about. And their crews are tired and demoralized, but because they believe the myth, they accept the pain. Well, come on. The myth is just a lie. You don't have to suffer to make art. Here's how I know. Because the artist as boss has one job. You make decisions. Red or blue, skirt or pants, cut a day or ask for more money, close-up or profile. Whether it's about the art, logistics, management, or money, your only job is to make choices, about 10,000 a day. And the most important choice that you make as a boss is how you treat the people around you. So I've filmed on the frozen tundra when it's 40 degrees below zero, and I've shot in the jungles of Thailand when it's 115 above, and I have a call sheet of 735 people. I've had no money and no time. I've been bullied by network and film executives, and my shows have been canceled. And none of that was an excuse for me to be my worst self. Because if you get to do what you love for a living, you gotta love doing it. Otherwise, you're just an asshole. So there's a line in Alien Earth, which you'll see this summer, where someone asks, is this a test? And Tim Oliphant says, that's what being an adult is. It's a constant test. And whether you're writing or prepping or shooting or editing or marketing, every day is a test. Can you make art on a deadline, collaborating with other artists, facing all the creative and financial pressures and still be your best self? Yes, you can. Not only can you do it for 20 years, making Emmy and Golden Globe and WGA and DGA and Producers Guild and Peabody Award-winning work, when you do it and they induct you into the Texas Film Hall of Fame, what you will be proudest of is that you did it. At least I am. So I want to end this speech and your evening by thanking the person who has made me the best version of myself, who has been my partner and advisor since the beginning, my producer, in life and in business, the real Texan, Kyle Hawley, who was working in film in Austin, Texas, when I thought I'd be a San Franciscan for the rest of my life. We did it, baby. Thank you very much.